revisit the game Horizon Zero Dawn. I loved it the first playthrough that I did of it. So I've decided that my kind of casual Saturday game is going to be this one again. Mainly because the first time I went through it, I was all into the story. I am a story sort of person. So I kind of just got the basic gear that I needed in order to get through the story and just kind of played straight through instead of really taking the time to make sure that everything was collected and everything was done. So this is going to be a 100% playthrough, at least to the best of my abilities. I did get the Frozen Wilds extension on it, so it will include that part. I did not play that the first time I played through this, so that will be a new adventure for me as well. For those of you that watch my stream, right now we do have a different game that is our main game, and that's the Wolfenstein Collection. However, I don't do it on the weekends for a variety of reasons, but mainly because my schedule's not 100% clear. So this will be my Saturday game, and whatever time I have, I will broadcast it. There will be no set time for it. So if you happen to miss it, you're interested, you want to see what's going on with it, you are welcome to go to my YouTube channel, which is MythSeeker90, where it will be posted, or just to look at the videos on the stream. It will save for a little bit. If you are watching it on YouTube and have not joined the stream yet, you are welcome to find me on Twitch under the same name, MythSeeker90. And to keep up with everything that's going on the stream, you can always follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Instagram being MythSeeker90 and Twitter being @SeekerMyth. So, I'm actually going to play the intro movie for those of you that have never seen this before, and just to make some couple things clear, I don't usually talk a whole lot. During the actual gameplay, I may interact with some of the cutscenes, or if you are posting messages on the stream, I might interact with you. However, I don't feel the need to fill in the space. I enjoy the game for everything it's worth. So that also means I will not be interrupting any of the gameplay for it either. I should say any of the cutscenes. I won't be skipping through them or trying not to talk over them at any point. So, without further ado, Horizon Zero Dawn.
What's that now? Don't like the cold? Can't stay in today. We have a ritual to perform, you and I. Here. Wear this. It belonged to my daughter. Good. Today, I speak your name, girl. But will the goddess speak it back? Normally, it would be the mother who declares, if you had one. The whole village would attend, and matriarchs perform the ritual. But we are outcasts. Even so, we keep the tribe's rituals. Otherwise, we might become like the faithless old ones, who turned their backs on the goddess. But their wickedness doomed them. To us, were left the splendors of creation. Beasts of air, water, earth, and steel. It is one thing to hunt a beast, another to hunt a machine. You must be humble and respect their power. I will teach you this one day. High Matriarch Teersa. What is she doing here? Does she mean to forbid the ritual?
No, 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 off your knees. It's nearly time. And yes, you may speak to me.
You came to bless the naming,
Have not 6 months gone by since we entrusted her to you?
but we are outcasts.
You by choice, and she, well... I am a High Matriarch, Rost. I bless whom I choose.
Then you honor us.
Yes, yes, now go, and be ready to declare. Go! Oh, Mother, this child needs a name by which to know her. That your love may warm her life as the rising sun warms all the earth. Speak her name!
Aloy!
And so her name is blessed.
Stop this at once! What have you done?
I've blessed the naming of a child.
Stubborn woman, you call that curse a child? What did she tell you about his birth, outcast? Answer!
I've done only what you asked.
To raise it, yes. We said nothing of love.
Enough.
And you, blessing its name like it was one
I
of the
know
Nora,
my duty
one
to
of the
them.
tribe.
And to you.
Without consultation.
I'm here.
Did all year, did
And wherever you go, I will follow.
I'm gonna keep it on normal. I did normal last time. There were still a few parts that I found difficult since this is a 100% playthrough. If I feel the need to switch it later, I will, but I think that'll be a good place to start to make sure I get everything.
You're quite the gatherer, aren't you, little Bast? Now go and see if you can find some more, hmm? Well done, that's a good boy. Children, come with me. She's an outcast, to be shunned. There. Oh, come on. There.
Ugh, there are rats down here.
So we have been introduced to the harsh world of Aloy. We're not quite sure why she has been considered an outcast, but obviously the people she associates with are very strict about keeping that code.
Can't climb out.
And one of the things that struck me right away about this particular game is the just the detail in both the environment and the characters. I think that there's great continuity between your cutscenes and the actual gameplay. There's very little, if any, difference in the animation.
What are the old places?
And I'll check anyway. I don't think there's really anything to find in this first part, especially because you don't have your focus device yet, which helps you find that stuff. But I will check anyway, because I want to stay tried and true to the 100% playthrough. Pretty sure I checked the first time too and didn't find anything.
Ross said never go in places like this. But I have to find a way out.
I always found the old world places to be super creepy, and they're kind of supposed to be, I think. But yet they're pretty cool at the same time. They definitely look like something that's been abandoned for hundreds of years. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's nothing to collect in this tutorial phase. I'm just trying to make sure.
There's something up ahead. that? A dead person.
A dead person.
There's something
Surrounded by
shiny there.
furs.
Lights. Everywhere. How does it do this?
And this is what I really like with the focus, is once you have it, it just really brings the sights of the future to life, and I think that that is a brilliant part about how they did this environment. So only people with that device can really interact with this environment.
A metal door. Closed. Maybe this device I found can help.
One of the mistakes that I made
How do I get it
early
open?
in the game is that box that appears at the top, right there, is a sign that there's something that you can collect with your focus, some sort of data. The ancient world sites are filled with them, but I did not realize that that's what that was, because it never really tells you in the tutorial. At least I don't remember it telling me before. So I missed a whole lot of the collectibles, even though it was marked on the map, because I had no idea what that symbol meant. And I thought it was one of the quest navigators. Okay, so that's up, right? But I need to look
A shape.
here.
It's connected to the door somehow.
And interact with this doohickey. Maybe I'm misremembering it. I guess you interacted with it at the door. Some of the later ones, it's the ones that are on the wall. See, like this one's on the wall. But that's not the one it wants me to go to. Where does it want me to go? Oh, it was right. I knew I wasn't losing my
Changed
mind.
color.
I guess you just can't turn it when you have your focus on, which is what I was trying to do.
The door changed color too. It did it.
She's a pretty smart 6-year-old, being able to figure that puzzle out.
Director Evans, flash traffic from USRC. Black quartz encryption. I've routed the message to your hologram for viewing.
Little hint towards the future. But anyway, that was the interaction point we were trying to find before. Obviously our map's telling us there's some more over there. They're pretty easy to see when you're in the dark environments like this one, but when you're out in the field fighting giant machines, it's a little bit harder to spot them, so it's important to pay attention to that. Also, if you're close enough, your focus will pick up on signals from that stuff.
What's that?
You think I want it this way? It's the best I can do. He's right behind you. Hi! Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man. Look, Daddy can't be there with you and Mom, but we can still have a party, right? Sure we can.
Show me. Show me again.
I can do. He's right behind you. Hi! Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man. Look, Daddy can't be there with you and Mom, but we can still have a party, right? Sure we can.
Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time checking the rooms right now, just because what we need will show up on our focus. We don't have any actual gear yet.
Last night? Well, we did. Kind of. Director Evans invited everyone to gather in the community room. Don't know where she got the party hats. That was a ghoulish touch. So there we sit, watching the clock tick down to midnight, and I'm thinking, am I the only one who gets the symbolism of this? It might have been worth it if Skylar had gotten drunk again, but I seem to be a mistake she doesn't want to repeat.
I saw them lining up in the community room. Like cattle in a slaughterhouse, but smiling at each other. Shauna handing out meds like being alive is some kind of pain to be eased. Well, not me. I don't want to go quiet. I don't want to trail off. I want a period at the end of my life sentence, not an ellipses. Hell, an exclamation mark. So if that upsets whoever finds this, too bad. I don't know anyone, anything, anymore.
Well, dang, so that guy committed suicide. We'll learn later what each of these sites actually are.
Why did they die here? What happened to them?
And kind of the whole notion, I mean, this was creepy before because, you know, there's a bunch of petrified dead bodies everywhere, but I'm not quite sure why they're not skeletons, but, you know, that's just being a little overly picky maybe. But now that I kind of know where this is going, this is actually a whole lot creepier.
And Machu Picchu. Always wanted to see that. Never did. Why didn't I go with Owen when he asked? Stupid. Should've gone. that's all I need, you know? That moment the door opened and you were standing there wearing that retro week dress and the way you smiled. I had to look away or you were gonna see on my face what had just blossomed inside me, you know? It was just an instant, but I knew we'd be forever.
I promise there are less of these later.
Record our thoughts for posterity. Great idea, Director Evans. Like I haven't done enough for posterity already. Like I wouldn't be here like this if not for posterity. I'm done with posterity. Posterity can go.
This just happens to have a lot of audio, so I'll let them play. But when it's the reading points, if they're short, I'll read them. If not, I'll kind of leave them up. And if you want to go back and listen to them or look at them, then you can. And that one I did miss. Not quite sure if that was the one important one or not. There's a way that you can view them. It's not that. Maybe it won't let me do it now because it's the tutorial. If it's...
He found me. Ross found me.
If it's the one that I think it is, then I'll let you know.
I'm coming.
Which it is. So the one that I didn't play because I was busy talking, he reveals that everybody basically poisoned themselves.
Come, girl. Take my hand. You don't belong down there. Come. Such places are forbidden, Aloy.
I fell in.
They are of the metal world. What is that on your face?
Nothing.
Did you find it down there?
No.
Give it to me.
No.
Aloy, such things are dangerous.
No!
Sneaking away from home, you'll need to know how to survive in the wild. Come, Aloy. Home now. But starting tomorrow, you will learn to hunt.
Shape. What do they mean?
Take your bow.
Bow?
And enough muttering to that plaything. We descend to the valley now. Follow. The wilds can be dangerous, Aloy. You will need to stay close and do as I say.
I know.
Now, you're still scratched up from that fall you took yesterday. So let's start there. Take this medicine pouch. I'll show you how to fill it. See this plant over here? It's called salvebrush. Come, gather its berries in your pouch. Good. Now eat the berries.
Ugh.
They may taste bitter, but they could save your life. Always keep your pouch full of medicinal berries, flowers, and plants.
Where are we?
This valley is just a part of All Mother's embrace.
Embrace.
The Nora tribe watches these lands and keeps out the most dangerous machines. Usually.
So collecting's one of my favorite / not favorite parts. It's awesome because you can find
Further downriver,
health
you'll find a
stuff
herd of
everywhere.
machines, and I will teach you how to hunt.
But a
Are
lot
they
of this
dangerous?
game is spent
All machines are
collecting as
dangerous,
well,
Aloy.
so that
Their
can be a
power
bummer
must
sometimes.
be respected. But I will be beside you.
But I do like that it is pretty realistic. Like, you can use meat that you gather to make potions, because if you think about it, you get strength from that, or you use medicinal plants,
Aloy,
which you would anyway.
A machine is coming. Crouch and follow me into the tall grass. There. Now stay low.
Little one.
No, Aloy. Such machines are called Watchers. You must learn to avoid their gaze. If you are to survive in the wilds, I will show you. Listen close and do as I do. Stay still. Wait for it to pass. Now keep low and follow me across the trail to that tall grass. Oh, another one. Let it pass. Come, back this way. The slower you move, the quieter you'll be. And crouched walking is quieter than upright. Wait for it. That's the last of them. Let's move on. You did well. They didn't see or hear you. Now stay close. That herd should be just ahead.
So one of my biggest struggles that I'm noticing I'm doing is, in the other game I've been playing Wolfenstein, the O, or on an Xbox B key, is the crouch key. But in most games, it's the square or the X key. So I'm struggling between the two, because I'm doing it from muscle memory, unfortunately.
He's smiling at us.
Deb! Get back where you belong! Deb! Where are you?
Ignore him. We are outcasts, and he is of the tribe.
Maybe he doesn't like the tribe.
And he is a fool. Come now. Let's find that herd. Follow. There. See them? These are called Striders. Ha! Get!
Why'd you chase them off?
To show you how some machines startle easily if they detect you and run away. They're best approached by stealth. Don't worry. We'll catch up with them further down the valley. You'll see. Now, I want you to find some rocks that fit the cup of your hand.
Why?
Do as I say, Aloy, and gather the rocks. I will show you how to use them. Good. Those will do. Follow. There's the herd. All right. It's time to throw some rocks.
But rocks can't hurt machines, right?
No, but they can distract them. Draw them into traps. Like that watcher over there. They must be dealt with, or it will warn the herd and send them running before we get in range.
Warn them? How?
The machines speak to each other, Aloy. Unless they are first silenced. Now you stay here on the ridge. On my signal, throw rocks and draw the watcher over to me. Wait for my signal. Aloy, throw a rock near me. There. Come, girl, it's safe now. Harvest a kill so I can teach you how to make arrows. Good. Now, gather stalks of ridgewood from the plants over there.
I also think that that's pretty cool that
Use
you
the
don't
stalks as
really
arrow
have to
shards
buy
and metal shards for arrow
anything.
heads.
You can make most of what you need.
Good. You'll never run out of arrows if you know how to craft what you need. Let's put those arrows to use. Follow.
I actually find the interaction with the machines pretty cool too.
Here.
Pretty
Stay
realistic
low in the
what they would
grass.
use a
And
machine
keep
for
quiet.
versus hunting an animal. So
It's
there's a
time to
reason
make
for
your
both.
first kill, Aloy. Strider. One of the weaker machines. But even a weak machine can kill a hunter if she's careless. You must study it. Its hide is thick, but there are spots where it is vulnerable. Like its eye. Can you guess another?
Canister on its back. Is that a weakness?
Yes. How did you guess that?
The device. It showed me.
That plaything? Stop playing games. Now, take down that Strider. Target the eye or the canister. And if it charges, be ready to roll out of the way. Again! Hit! Keep firing! You did well today, but you have much to learn. Tomorrow, we train again. What was that?
That boy. The one running the brave trails.
Follow Aloy, quick!
I do also like you can shoot elements off of the machines, so whether you intend to or not, I think that's pretty realistic as well. And if you destroy it, then you can't collect it. Little details that I think make this game special and why I think it was so successful as compared to other more open world type games.
Stop telling stories.
I'm not. I can sneak through.
You will not. Aloy!
To move slowly, quietly, so I can sneak past. Can't let them see me.
They are pretty sensitive at this part because it's trying to teach you how to use that track thing. I had to redo it a couple times the first time I got here, not because it was hard, just because I was trying to rush through it. That's not what it wants you to do. I also didn't notice this guy.
I need to see their paths. Almost there. There he is.
Trust in a 6-year-old.
Avoid them. How are you doing this? How is this possible?
Right, be amazed. Glad I got through that the first time. That would have been pretty embarrassing.
So, it is no plaything.
Wait. Oh, Mother, bless that girl. Bless you both.
Boy?
save me. I just want to...
Boy! Seal your lips. They are outcasts, both. And she is motherless. Come now. Back to Mother's heart. And you...
That boy should not have spoken to us. It's against tribal law. We'll go home now. Follow.
I know the way. Seal your lips. Seal your lips. Seal your lips.
Stay away, no mother! Ugh.
So there's not a whole lot of these flashpoint moments, and usually I try to think, well, if I was somebody like Aloy, what would I do? And I already know she's like pretty upset about this being abandoned, and I'm pretty sure you hit him no matter what. I tend to like either the brains one or the heart one, just depending on the situation.
Oh! Hey!
Plus, far more impressive to aim for a rock than for his big head.
You're bleeding. Let me have a look. Here, hold still. I'll get it.
Why? Why am I an outcast?
Aloy, this is not the time.
Who was my mother?
Aloy, I've told you before, that's not for us to know. You were just a newborn when the matriarchs brought you to me.
So the matriarchs, they know?
It's not so simple.
But they know.
Aloy, we are outcasts.
So how do I make them tell me?
The matriarchs? There is a way, perhaps.
So tell me.
It would be dangerous.
How?
It would take years of training.
I don't care. How do I do it? Tell me.
The proving. The tribe's rite of passage held every year. Those who pass become braves. But to the one who wins, the matriarchs grant a boon.
A boon?
Yes, whatever the winner wants.
Then I'll do it. Whatever it takes. I'll win the proving.
I see. We'd best get started then. Your training will be hard. And it'll take years.
Start training? Yes. Follow.
I just love the whole tutorial section and that one with her growing up. It's just kind of cool. You feel like you're learning with her.
Rost? Rost? Rost?
Where is he? 2 days before the proving and he goes off without me? He wouldn't do that.
I love the design of the whole thing, but pretty much every outfit she wears is a short sleeve shirt. They live in this tundra. Crazy. Pretty sure there's nothing in this area, but thought I'd check anyway. I don't think I fight anything for a little bit, but I am just gonna collect stuff on my way, so I don't have to do as much later. And this stuff does grow back, so it's not like once you pick it, it's gone forever. So either if I were to stay in this area for a while, or if I came back later, it'll be back there.
He said we'd go hunting this morning. Why isn't he here? Where's he gone to? What's he doing up there? He's just standing there. What's going on with him?
Aloy, you're here.
So this is one of those moments where, like, this is a father figure to her, so she could be a little cheeky or she could be kind. I think I had her a little more kind before, but I'll have her be a little cheekier.
When you said we were
this
gonna
time.
go hunting, I didn't realize you meant I'd have to track you down.
We must speak. I've been thinking about your training, Aloy. You've learned to hunt, learned to survive. But I fear there's a lesson I failed to teach you. Would you learn it now?
Of course. I'll always learn what you have to teach.
There has been some trouble recently. It affords an opportunity to learn this lesson, but it will be dangerous. You must come prepared, or you will die. Descend into the Embrace, and hunt until you have gathered the parts for fire arrows.
Fire arrows? What kind of trouble are we talking about?
Once you have the parts, you will meet me there, at the gate beyond the village of Mother's Heart.
The North Gate? At the edge of the Embrace?
Yes. Now be on your way.
Anything else you want me to do while I'm down in the Embrace?
Odd might be out of food by now. You could hunt a week's worth of meat for her, if you find the time.
Wouldn't mind if she'd say thanks just once.
Grada follows the law. Her silence towards us is honorable, not an insult.
If you say so. Is something else bothering you?
No, I'm fine.
Are you worrying about what happens after the proving?
What happens is clear. You will be accepted as one of the tribe, and I will still be an outcast, to be shunned.
Rost, even if the tribe accepts me, I won't...
There is much to do, Aloy. We will discuss this later.
Okay.
Oh, poor Rost.
I'll go gather the parts, but I'm also gonna pay Karst a visit.
Aloy, that man breaks the law every time he speaks to you.
And I'm glad he does. I want to buy a tripcaster, and no other trader will sell to outcasts.
Stock it with ammunition, then. You'll find use for that weapon tonight.
That sounds ominous. Alright, see you at the North Gate.
Alright, I might end before we do anything that's too intense, but we have 3 goals, or what will turn into 3 goals. We need to get a tripcaster from Karst. For Karst. We need to
really
hunt some animals for a fellow outcast. And gather some stuff for fire arrows. Okay, so I need to kill some striders for that.
The Embrace. My whole life I've never gone beyond this valley. That'll change after the Proving. 2 days. 2 days until I get answers. 2 days and I'll know who she was. And why I was cast out at birth. As if there could be an excuse for that. Alright. Time to gather the parts for some fire arrows. I should find a herd.
Alright, so now I'm able to open the menu. I probably won't play that thing we found earlier until later, the checkpoint. But what I want to know is this one, because we might as well do everything while we're out in the wilds. Oh, I have to actually go talk to her. Okay then. I know that you have to hunt for her and she tells you what sort of things to do. So I'm gonna do all the hunting together and I'll make this my active quest. So it'll take me to her. It is helpful to do the side quests and errands and stuff before the main quest. That gives you time and resources usually. So I will fully stock up on medicine before I actually go to start the main quest, because at this point I don't have a whole lot of health to begin with, so it makes it kind of hard. And actually, what I did forget to do is this is one where you get to upgrade your various skills. And then this part is actually new. This must be part of the Frozen Wild stuff, as well as this. I'm not sure if this link was there before, but I'm pretty sure that the Traveler part is new. So, I'm interested to see what that's about, but I don't really need any of this now, I think. Yeah, that's definitely a skill that'll be valuable later. So, I'm gonna look. I think I did Brave first last time. There's a couple things that I know I use all the time. One is this concentration thing. So I'm gonna make that the first thing I learn. And I use this a whole lot too. Both of those make life so much easier. This is pretty cool. And it does it automatically. You don't have to press any buttons, but I am not terribly great at doing that. So I'll do this one, because I know I used that a lot too last time I played this.
You did not speak it back.
We'll get all of them eventually anyway.
Hello, Grotto.
Oh, Mother, since I was cast out, have I not been constant as the river flows? Have I not kept the vows as the stones do? Show me your grace, All Mother, and provide for me once more.
Don't worry, Grotto. I'll hunt your rabbits.
All Mother, I hear your voice on the wind. I would count your blessings on my prayer beads, but I lost them atop the eastern overlook. My old bones are too worn to return.
So it's rabbits and your trinket you need this time. Okay, I'll find you at your camp.
So anyway, Grata's an interesting character, just because she's also an outcast, but she's so steadfast in her ways, she still won't talk to us, so she kinda tells us what she wants in tongues, in a way. But before we help old Grata, I will stop this particular broadcast here. I'm not quite sure yet if I'll be back on later, but I might for about another hour into this game, so if I see you then, I'll see you then. If not, you can always check back at the Twitch account or on YouTube to see where we are at in the story if you are interested. So until next time.